Hey guys, this is me, Nightmare3464. I'm so sorry I haven't been updating or uploading any videos lately. School just started for me again, so I have no choice but to put my videos on hold. Anyway, I'm going to continue reading my Possession, Jeff the Killer, Chapter 3. I hope you guys enjoy. May's point of view. Morning came too quickly, it seemed, and what if the dream I had last night. I swear there was a black-haired, almost white-skinned teen in my room. Even weirder that he had kissed me. Honestly, I raised my finger to my lips to see if they had changed with the kiss. I was half concerned it didn't happen. They didn't seem to feel different, but some part of it kept insisting it had happened. Still, how could it have happened? If memory still serves me correct, he wore a white hoodie stained with dry blood. It looked like he had no eyelids, and his mouth had a gash on each side. What a real-life situation would that be? Anyway, it was Thursday today, which means one more day until the weekend got here. I kept in front of my mind as best I could, not wanting to linger on the dream where teens with blood-stained hoodies, cut-up mouth, kissing me while I slept. While eating breakfast, I became rather not focused or on what happened last night. I let out a heavy sigh. The golden glow of the sun's rays were warm in my house, both cold and heat. Such a pity that the beautiful colors should be uplifting my spirits. Even so, I finished my cereal and cleaned out the bowl, put it in the sink, and grabbed my bag and set off for school, locking the door behind me. I only did this and left in mind wondering about yesterday. What happened to those boys? They never came back. Or tried to break in. Did they lose interest that easily? Walking through town, the place looked even busier than normal, knowing something must have happened. I took a few seconds out of my daily pack up and free copy of newspaper, headlining 3 boys viciously murdered. I nearly fell and dropped to the news. My eyes quickly scanned through the pages. The boys had been on my doorstep yesterday. They were found violently murdered in the Central Park. Those were concerning enough, and old enough were allowed to visit the newspaper's headquarters to see the pictures that are pressed they had literally no use are not allowed to use in the paper. Description about what happened to them was picture enough for me. Skin around their eyes has been burned along with their eyelids. Their eyes themselves missing, and the corners of their mouths has been ripped open with a knife, some kind, the cut going down, making it look like frowning. Store bleach from someone's house has been poured all over the torsos of the boys and set on fire instantly enough. It looks like the killer had stopped burning after a while and simply walked away. Suddenly feeling that a little more nervous, I tossed the newspaper in the trash and kept walking, thinking about what happened yesterday and last night. Could it be the creeper in my room? In my bedroom was the killer? I certainly can explain the bloody hoodie. He was the precision cut marks on his face, the boy's face, his skin. Maybe he could have done it with the bleach somehow. It's even scary how everything fit in without knowing the teen. I can't believe Thompson's is dead. I heard a schoolmate mutter behind me, yeah, he could have been sometimes, but being killed like that? I hope he wasn't in too much pain. You know, it was really weird. I remember him talking to him after school yesterday. He said that other people cut themselves off, most likely noticing who was in front of them. He lowered his voice, and I could still hear him. He said they were going to give the freaky cut up, get her really good, right? He raised his voice again, deeming it safe. So I don't get it. What could have happened to them along the way? She's cursed, the other boy started, the muttering the noise and murmuring, ow. At school, things have gotten a big turn, especially for me. The people who didn't care about the popular group were buzzing about the boy's death. Bullies and popular kids were like a mess with me. However, they seemed to connect all the stitching, the glares of the silence, those that knew about Thompson planning to attack me even walked past by without a hint of fear. It was like some twisted novel that could be only be a fiction risk. Days passed by in a blur. The day passed by a blur before I could even do anything else. Then the newly assistant science project. The bell rang, dismissed for me for class and school. Surprisingly, no one wanted to bother me the whole day, even though time has passed. Barely, I couldn't help but feel a little sorry for them. Yeah, they could be rude, mean, just a pain, downright cruel, but someone killed Thompson and his friends because they were bullies and tried to harm me? Then what would happen to them? I hope that they had another reason. Thompson and his friends left me alone, and they were killed. I forced myself out of my blank trance and sighed, heading towards the school front door and to leave. Then something whacked the back of my head and sending laughs towards the barely to save myself from face meeting the floor. I turned around and picked myself up. I saw the most popular girl in school, Cassie, yelling at probably her boyfriend was about something, looking down to see what hit me. I noticed it was her purse. She stormed over to me and bent over to me as I bent over to pick it up for her. Don't, she snarled, and I flinched. Once in front of me, Cassie snatched her purse and glared. Had not been warning about proud of makeup. I might have taken her seriously. Don't you dare touch my purse, you little slut. Some people had stopped and watched, but nobody supported her. At this time, no one yelled burn or even smiled. Everyone watched since it was intoxicating, like they were waiting for the killer to come flying down and out of the ceiling to kill her instead of the other voices joining. Hey, what's going on here? A male voice called from the left of the group. It was Alexander. Most likely a stereotype male. In fact, he fit into a T. But with all the other good things and stories written left out, not only did he kept a straight A, but he played football and basketball, was every teacher's favorite student in the whole class, or not. Popular, friendly, proper, and very kind. The only things lacking was girls. Pretty enough girls like him, but he gently let each one down, knowing when enough it was enough. Always keeping the perfect balance of sweet and rough. Alex, Cassie curled and trying to hug him, but he pulled a sweet act. May and I were just talking, weren't we? Her voice, stinking sweet, made it which where I was dead. Yeah, sure, I muttered, not caring about them right now. I want to go home, enjoy your purse of sanity of my visible friends, feeling like everything was going to be okay. Alex gave me a surprised look, and one reminder of me of the teacher that we were lying, because I actually felt horrible inside. It groaned into my stomach. I quickly turned around to leave, like before I was. Alexander and the people pardoned to let me leave. Alright, but do find me if you ever need any help, May. Those words bounced right out of my head, only coming back later to wonder, wait a second, how did he know my name? Jeff's point of view. I chuckled as I watched my proper mate leaving the school. She was never, something was never was. There was a few times she would be only 2 minutes early or late, but never this late. I began to concern watching right over to the school when I spotted her skin and her figure, a familiar Devilman t-shirt, flinched and grinned. At least she knew not to leave a guy waiting too long. I quickly ducked behind a dumpster and I heard footsteps pass. I carefully peeked after a minute or two to see she didn't seem aware today, so feeling a little reckless at night. I kissed her. I pulled up my hood over my face. Clean, but it's nice and clean too. I followed her like a suspect. She didn't even hear my footsteps matching with her own, or look behind her. She didn't scare me, however. During the walk, she stopped suddenly, looked up, and the grinning clouds and spoke quietly in the rain. How did he know my name? She asked to the sky. It got quiet a minute before she sighed and shrugged and kept on walking. For the first time, for a long now, my heart was racing. She could have seen me. Wasn't it time for her to meet me yet? Not so long as she had concern and bullies. First, I needed her to be safe, to know that she's beautiful no matter what the others say. Secondly, I need to remove attention, friends, personal lovers, mainly family. Finally, I doubt making her maybe kill her parents somehow. Somewhere down the road, leave her with only me to support. The only idea filled me with a spot of satisfaction, glee, thought of her bringing only, in general, her only lover, her everything, so mine number person that I almost missed my cue to hide up to the neighbor's tree as we reached May's house. Thankfully, she still has lost in thought. I hid there for a better part of 10, maybe 12 minutes before leaving the yard, getting my little knife another gift. The theme of entertainment entered my head. I thought about that and my grin widened and spread. Yes, it would be certainly perfect gift for my dear knife.